Good morning, everybody. Oh my goodness, you're making so much noise. He's figured out how to jump now. It's always a busy morning on a Thursday because it's bin day. So I've just been outside trying to get all the recycling ready. My nose is just streaming and running. We made a decision regarding Leo's milk, and I am very happy to say that this little one is now on regular milk again. He's on regular milk, and just look how happy he is. He's just bouncing away. And he's really happy, which is awesome. So we've got a little day set up for today, haven't we? So my mum is stopping over at about 11 o'clock. And then my friend Gemma, who I went out for lunch with in a previous vlog, is coming round to my house for the very first time, which is exciting. Mummy really needs to put some makeup on because she's looking very disheveled this morning, and I've got really bad skin at the moment. I'm getting a lot of blemishes on my face, which is really not good. He absolutely loves it in this thing. Like, if you have a little one, once they're about 4 months old, just get a jumperoo. They absolutely love it. If he's being a bit of a rascal in the morning and I want to just chill for 10 minutes and have a cup of coffee, I can just stick him in here, and at the moment this is like my babysitter, basically. Look at him go. My friend's coming over for lunch, and I've got to post a couple of parcels. I should have a couple of things arriving as well, which is cool. Yeah. Which is good. So I'm gonna go because he's due to go down for a nap in a minute. You are. So one thing that Tom and I have got together is this A1000 Fujitech gimbal. So basically when we're out vlogging and we're like walking around, we're not gonna get like this. When we're walking, it's just gonna be completely smooth and stuff like that. So like you can do like a dual-handed thing when you're filming sort of like a video, and then you can just hold like one handle when you're vlogging. Here's all the stuff that comes in the case. Way too complicated for me to figure out, I'm afraid, so I'm gonna have to wait for Tom to figure out how it all works first so that he can teach me. Okay, so one of the things that has arrived is my baby food maker. I'm really keen to try and make my own baby food so that I know like exactly what's going in it and stuff, no added sugars and stuff like that. So bearing that in mind, the other day I went out and bought The Contented Little Baby Book of Weaning by Gina Ford, and it's probably actually worth me talking about her a little bit because I do also have her Contented Little Baby Book, which is basically about putting your baby in a routine. So whilst I'm putting my makeup on, I'll talk to you guys about it a little bit. So here we are at my makeup desk again. So Leo's taking a little nap, so I thought it would be a good time to just talk to you a little bit about Gina Ford. So she's got the book, the new Contented Little Baby Book, which is a book that basically talks you through your baby, troubleshooting problems and stuff like that. And then what it also does is it sort of lays out a routine for you to follow for each stage of your baby's life. Gina Ford basically is a maternity nurse or nursery nurse, I can't remember which, and she would just move into people's houses with them for like the first, you know, couple of weeks or maybe even 6 months of a baby's life. And her job was to just basically assist the family and get the baby into a routine. There's quite a lot of controversy around her because a lot of people say that her clients were the rich and famous, but they were also, you know, normal families that are dealing with maybe bereavement or sickness or something like that. But anyway, that's by the by. A lot of people don't like Gina Ford. In the mum community, there are people who are really passionate about it and people that absolutely hate it. The people who are really passionate about it say that their babies are really, really content and they're really happy and they're quiet and they're just really, really chill children. The people on the other end of the scale who absolutely hate the Gina Ford routine basically say that it stops parents from responding to their baby's cues and things like that, which means that your baby basically gets to a stage where they just don't bother anymore. They just sit there and chill because they know your mummy's not coming anyway, or mummy won't feed you until Gina says it's okay to feed them. Now, what I think is really important about any of these sorts of things is to just take from it what you need. So that's exactly what I did. In the beginning, I was an absolute slave to the routines, and every single time that Leo fell asleep before he was meant to, or woke up before he was meant to, or needed feeding before it was time, or the book said it was time, I would feel like a failure. I couldn't understand why my baby wasn't doing it right. And just remember, I was in the grips of postnatal depression at the same time. So every single time that I didn't hit a goal, I felt like I was failing, which is quite sad. But there you go. When I was going through my counselling and stuff like that, I basically realised that yes, you just take from these things what you need. Every child is different. Leo is a very willful child. He's quite fussy as well. So you just have to, you know, take bits and pieces. I basically used it as a general setup, I can't think of the right word, on what to base my baby's routine. And pretty much the aim of most of the routines in the book is to just get to that holy grail, which is your baby sleeping through the night. And you know, she's saying that a lot of the babies that she looked after, I've got a really sore ear at the moment. A lot of the babies that she looked after would be sleeping through the night by this time, this time, and this time. And when Leo wasn't doing that again, I felt like a failure. But once I kind of let go and stopped stressing about it all, and as I said, took from the book what I wanted, things got a lot better. So when Leo wanted to go to sleep before time and stuff, I just let him go to sleep, because it's important to respond to your baby's cues and things like that. Basically, if a baby cries for something, it's, you know, you as a mother, if you are a mother, you kind of have to go through a checklist of things to figure out why your baby's crying. People who are already mums will know about this. If you're a mum to be, you know, it's difficult. It's really, really hard. Like, you know, you bring home this baby and you expect it to be all sunshine and roses, and what you actually realise is this baby is a person who you don't know, and you have to learn about them, just like you have to learn about anybody. And that's a really harsh reality for a lot of people, and that's why a lot of people can get a little bit down and get baby blues, because they all of a sudden realise they don't know this person. Like, wow. But anyway, it's important to respond to a baby when they cry, I think, because if you don't respond to them, they eventually learn that if mum doesn't respond to me and respond to my different cries, I'm just going to do the same cry every single time, or I'm not going to bother crying at all because mummy doesn't come and mummy doesn't see to me when I cry. And there's a really good example of like African baby nurseries. You go into them, like orphanages and stuff like that, and all the babies are lying in their cribs and it's silent because they've learned that people don't come. And I watched this as part of my psychology sessions about the importance of responding to your baby, and oh my god, it was so emotional. It made me cry so much, and I realised that I was putting way too much pressure on myself to follow this book. Anyway, the point is that when I let go and started chilling out, Leo started falling into one of those routines anyway, and he's pretty much following the routine for his age. And we're not a slave to it. You know, if we're going to go out, he'll pretty much want to go to sleep at the same time. But if he wakes up or something, it's not a big deal. And, you know, I used to think, oh my God, if he doesn't sleep well in the day, he's not going to sleep well during the night and stuff like that. And if you give a baby too much daytime sleep, I think they do struggle to sleep through the night as much. And some babies, it doesn't bother them. The importance of what I'm saying is not to judge me and not to take anything that I'm saying as gospel. Us mums are all swimming through the same swimming pool of treacle, trying to look after our babies best we can, and we all give advice, and you can listen to some of it or not listen to it, but the important thing is not to judge a parent for what they do. So because I follow Gina Ford's book, Not to Judge Me, that's just what I've chosen to do. And Leo is a very contented, happy baby. He has different cries. I respond to those cries. If he wants lunch half an hour before he's due, I'll give him lunch, because guess what? He's hungry, right? But anyway, a lot of what she says I kind of get and I understand and I listen to, and then some of it I don't, and that's fine. That's why I chose to get her weaning book as well, because she just really sets out a really simple framework to follow. And again, I don't have to follow it to the letter. I can change it based on my child. I have lots of cuddle time with my child. A lot of people say that she doesn't include like cuddle time in her routines and stuff like that. Leo and I, we cuddle all the time. It's not an issue. So, you know, I'm not going to say go get the book if you're pregnant and expecting. You know, maybe just download a sample online and have a little read and see if you like it. But when I was pregnant, I spent so much time reading about the different stages of pregnancy and learning about pregnancy and learning about what's going on in my stomach, that I didn't actually prepare myself, not that you can prepare, what a baby actually needs when they're born. So I think if you're reading lots of pregnancy books and you're really into preparing yourself and you're really organised, to maybe actually get a baby book for when the baby's actually here, so that maybe in your mind you feel a little bit more prepared, potentially. I don't know. Don't listen to me if you don't want to. But I will say a really, really lovely book that I do recommend getting for anybody who has a baby is this book here, which is called The Wonder Weeks. And the premise of this book is that all babies seem to develop fussy phases and stuff pretty much almost to the week. And what this teaches you is that your baby goes through a number of leaps in its first year or year and a half. And it's about teaching you about those leaps and learning about the abilities that they're learning whilst going through those leaps. So for instance, a baby can go to sleep one day and then wake up and their brain's undergone a really big leap during the night when they're sleeping, and they can wake up and their world looks completely different. You know, they always talk about the fact that babies see in black and white and stuff like that, and then maybe they'll wake up one day and they see the world in colour. I'm not any kind of expert, I'm just going by stuff that I've read and stuff like that, so again, don't take anything I'm saying as gospel. And that can be really distressing for a baby. So naturally they can go through a really, really fussy phase. And it kind of can prepare you for when your baby might go through a fussy phase. And I really, really, really love this book. It's definitely one that I recommend getting. If I have any pregnant friends and stuff, I will definitely be telling them to read The Wonder Weeks, because it's just so gentle and wonderful and just promotes so much bonding between you and your baby, activities that you can do based on the leap that they're going through to help them get through it, helping them when they're going through a fussy phase and what to expect when they go through the fussy phases for each of their age groups as well. So yeah, like do get that one, or borrow it off a friend if a friend's got it, because it is really wonderful. The Wonder Weeks is wonderful. The one thing that I am really, really happy about, that I read a lot when I was obviously reading Gina's book, was teaching a baby the difference between night and day quite early on, and also helping them go to sleep Leo, when I put him down to go for a sleep, like I put him down in his cot, I give him a dummy for like 2 minutes to just settle him a bit, and I take it out before he falls asleep, and he literally just goes off. He knows that when he goes in that pod, it's time to go to sleep. So we rarely have any trouble at all getting him to go to sleep. You don't have to do this, and a lot of people will disagree with me. I didn't really in the beginning, and just remember I wasn't bonding with my baby a lot, but I did not like my baby falling asleep on me. I didn't want him to develop an association with sleep time as falling asleep on me. So we don't really do that a lot. He's no less loved at all, but we didn't really do that. And he doesn't really, nowadays, he does not like going to sleep on people. When it's time, when he's getting tired, he wants to go and lie down on his own and go to sleep. You can tell, like, he just gets really upset when I'm cuddling him. The moment I put him down in his cot to go to sleep, bang, he's out like a light. And I do think it's really important to teach them to go to sleep without having to be soothed, so that they don't develop the wrong sleeping associations and things like that. But you know your baby best, and if you want to cuddle your baby to sleep, you just go ahead and do it. But yeah, I do kind of follow this book, not like a gospel, but I definitely use it to, you know, set a basic routine for my child's age. It's just so amazing to see how far your child is coming on all the time, just grabbing and playing with toys, rolling onto their tummy. He's just so gorgeous. So my family have just left. What is this light shining on my face? I think it's coming from the blinds. But yeah, my family have just left. So it's so lovely to see them. They had such a nice time watching Leo in his jumperoo. It's just so cute. And as always, Leo has been spoiled. So he's just got 4 rubber duckies for the bath from his great-great-grandma. He's just got 2 new t-shirts from his Auntie Grace. Check that out, 2 t-shirts for £1. Like, you cannot go wrong. He's got a little pair of corduroy trousers and a little top to go with them. How gorgeous is that? Mum has brought down loads of new vests, which is 6 to 9 months, which is the next size up for when he's ready for them. He's also got another new little blanket from his great-grandmother. It's got little cute little minions on it. So yeah, spoilt as always, and Mummy's got to find a place to house everything. Oh, and my sister also sent me down a pair of penguin pyjama bottoms, just because I love penguins. Oh, and I almost forgot, he also got a little cutlery set as well. Right, time for some lunch, I think. Definitely time for some lunch. So we've got a lovely, so we've got salmon, spinach, cucumber, and potato salad. So our lovely friends have just been over. Leo has seen baby Noah. Oh my God, focus. Leo has seen baby Noah. I'll insert a little picture of Noah in. He's so gorgeous, and something arrived in the post when they were here. A foot mask. Baby your feet. That is one of those foot masks that you put on your feet and then it peels, makes your feet peel. So excited to do that, so I'm literally going to make a video about that tonight. So excited. And Leo's here. Hello, Mama. Hello. And they brought him, Gemma bought him over a new little toy. It's a little teether by Nubby. Do you like that? Lovely. Okay guys, so Leo has now gone to bed. I miss him when he goes to sleep, but like right around the time when I actually put him to bed, I just really feel like a break. We're just about to sit and have some chill time. And I'm also just gonna have a small glass of bourbon with some ice on the rocks, just because I can. Bourbon and a cup of tea, what could be more perfect? So we're just chilling down now for some couple time, and on the TV we have got Boss Baby. Boss Baby. Boss Baby. So the house is all clean and tidy because I spent
I keep looking up there.
I know.
I just need to look there, so sorry.
I spent a couple of hours last night just getting everything like really nice and tidy. So we can literally just chill down tonight, can't we?
Well,
what?
When we say tidy, by the new standards of tidy, but I remember the room back in the olden days when it was just spotless and it was all clean and...
It is clean.
Well, it's clean, but there's stuff everywhere. Like I'm a bit of... I don't know, but I've got a bit of OCD. I like everything to be perfectly measured out. So for example, if you look at those speakers, each one is 83 centimetres from the wall from the side and 65 centimetres from the wall. And of course I've also covered up the wires as well. Have people seen that before?
Yeah.
They've seen that. So everything's nicely measured out, everything's hidden behind the TV. Now of course there's just stuff everywhere. So yeah, it's clean, it's tidy and it's lovely. But it's not the show home we used to have, is it? Yeah, it's just there's stuff everywhere.
It's tidy.
There's stuff everywhere.
It's tidy though. There's stuff in places, but everything has its place. I know where everything's supposed to go.
It works for you, doesn't it?
Yeah,
cool.
It works for me, which is really good. So we're just gonna have a little chill down now, relax together. I've got a lovely zit on my forehead up here.
All right,
gorgeous.
Yeah. They needed to know that.
I know, but they didn't need to know. They can see it all day, but yeah. So
sorry about that.
I hope you have a fabulous evening and we will see you soon.
What if it's their morning?
Bye guys.
Mind blown.